Welcome back to Woodbridge Cottage on this lovely sunny morning. After a week of rain, we're finally starting to get some sunny days, albeit a few clouds in the sky. But we're hoping it will warm up a little bit so the beans finally mature. We only have a short growing season here, as I've mentioned before, at Woodbridge due to the altitude. So we have to get them in fairly early when we can and hope that they mature in time. Okay, I'm going up to the garden to join Anne now. I think she's working on a new garden. Bye for now. Well, we have another bumper crop of broad beans this year. They're sort of interplanted with potatoes, although I didn't really plant them. We dug them up last year, the potatoes, and you're supposed to actually rotate the soil, or rotate where you plant them, to avoid potato blight, but we've never had any worries up here.
I'm just down to do a little garden over there in front of that little polytunnel. It's a bit of an eyesore, so I'll get some nice soil, pop it in there, pick a few peas on the way. It's a lovely day today. It's been raining for a few days, so it's exciting to get out again. And yeah, I have to go and get some soil from up at the top of the driveway, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Well, this is the area. It's just doesn't look great, but I will dig that down and fill it up with soil in a few minutes. And I noticed there's a few wasps around here. They're around the fertilizer as well.
Thank you, Europe, for your European wasps. Well, I set up a bit of loose trellis wire along here last year to hold up the peas, but the weight of the peas, I may have to tighten it up, is pulling it across. Good thing to happen, of course.
Well, I'm just going to try and do a small garden bed here. I've already taken some of the weeds away, and I've got my weed matting down. Again, trying to get rid of some of the weeds when summer comes. And I'm actually going to fill it. We've got some really nice soil up at the top of the driveway, and I'll bring it down and fill it up, and so just make a little garden bed and plant some spring flowers, waiting for that time of year. We're in mid-autumn now, so a few weeks to go. A little bit of snow in the meantime. So, one more. That should be enough, shouldn't it?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, just cut that off.
I will indeed.
Oh, I didn't say you cut it off. I said we'll just cut that off.
Okay. Cut it off and cut it out.
Of course, if you feel like cutting it off.
Of course. Yes, dear.
I'm not bossy. I'm not bossy.
You're just Irish.
Anyway, I'm going for more soil, so...
Well, I'm going for a coffee.
Oh, no.
We have a coffee first.
Coffee first.
And I'll pick up the soil in
well,
the...
actually, coffee always...
I'll pick up the soil in the wagon for you.
I'm always up for a coffee.
Okay.
Well, I'm nearly finished with all the blushing brides. Yeah, they'll be lovely. The sun is just going down. It's been a beautiful day, so needless to say, sunny's had to come on. And after this, I've also planted some Dutch irises, the lovely angel wings, yellow ones, so they should be really nice. I've got beautiful blue ones up in the other garden, so I like my cut flowers, and that's what I'm going to plant here. So we'll see what happens. I've got a lot more. I've actually got a load of different bulbs, but I've no idea what they are. And I've actually got a whole load of other bulbs. I've no idea. Some of them were donated, some of them were just dug up. They've been there before we arrived. And yeah, it's going to be interesting because it's very hard to find on the net. That if you look for the flower, that's fine, but you look for a bulb, the actual photo of the bulb, and it doesn't happen. And even
with experience, we may get to know which ones they are, but at the moment we're struggling.
Look, all we have to do is wait until spring and plant them and wait until spring, and we'll find out.
Okay.
What more could you do?
Thank you, Anne.
Oh, no worries. Well, we've already harvested one of the beautiful cauliflowers, and we've had 3 meals out of it, so I'm down for another one. So as you can see, all the leaves are well and truly attacked by animals, or by insects I should say, and yeah, we're just going to give the wallabies some tea, so they will be out in force when they know that there's some cauliflower leaves for tea. So there's no chemicals, nothing on these. These are all organic.
Shown by the holes in the leaves?
Yeah, many holes in the leaves. There we go. Beautiful. So that's a cauliflower, and that's what's left of some of the leaves. Wait until the wallabies see that.
Well, we don't eat the leaves, so that's okay.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
sure you
no,
could.
we don't eat the leaves, but we probably could. Anyway, so beautiful. Another tea. Okay. So that's great. I'll put that there. We're heading up for a coffee, as you heard, and I just noticed that one of the nashi pears has fallen off. So not quite as big as it should be, but
It's
is
our
another
first.
one there.
Oh,
it is our first.
First couple of nashi pears.
Yeah, and this is only a rough thing just to keep the possums away. But I think this has just fallen off naturally.
Well, they are sitting in pots, so they haven't been planted out yet.
Well, and they're very young, so in a few years they should. Oh, they are beautiful.
My turn.
No, I'm not sure. That is gorgeous.
Crunchy and juicy.
Well, let's see what. So this one is called Nashi 20th century. Absolutely gorgeous, and we're up 430 meters above sea level, so it's cooler than normal. They've grown well.
I think the flavours are stronger at the high altitude.
Beautiful. These are just some of the irises I dug up and I have to replant. And I had a box full of bulbs of unknown origins and names, and I've just planted them all along that fence in there. And at the moment we still have all these lot more irises to plant, so just having a nice sunny day today, so that's what we will be doing.
autumn has really struck us now. You can see all the leaves on the ground from this ornamental apple tree. It won't be long before the European wasps move in. They seem to love... In fact, I would have thought they'd be here by now.
They'd be here and gone nearly.
They could
but
be.
I haven't seen them. Normally,
not the same numbers as
covering
normal.
the whole tree.
Yeah, there seems to be, or being an ornamental apple tree, perhaps there's a fair sugar content in the leaves, and they seem to be attracted to it. So you've got to be careful when you walk under here. They're not too bad unless you get close to their nests, and then they can be quite aggressive. Well, here's one of our lovely rowan trees here. The parrots love these pink berries on there. We've got red ones, we've got orange varieties. In fact, I misled Anne the other day and told her it was a cotoneaster. In fact, it's not. It's a rowan tree, or mountain ash, as they call it in Ireland. And the leaves, you can see, are totally different to the cotoneasters.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the foam, pulling stitches. Time to let go. So come what may. Don't look before you leave. What you give, you get to keep. So long, farewell, bye-bye. Let's have a toast for those lost old lives. My crooked little heart that seems so rebellious is falling apart right now. I'm bleeding, an easy kill, gonna leave it all behind. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, got lost along the way, fell between the fold, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may.
Just a little bit of grass and for my little wallaby friends. They come out in the evening, so yeah, they love that.